Hello Bremerton, I'm Constance Baird, and today we are at Bataan Park, and joining me is Councilwoman Leslie Daugs. Councilwoman, thanks for joining me.
You bet. I love opening the community to my district. So welcome to District 2.
Thank you so much. Will you tell me a little bit about how you got started on City Council? I know now that you're in your third term, but how did that all begin?
So I grew up in Bremerton. My dad was retired Navy, and the District 2 is my stomping grounds as a kid. And it was a thriving community of shops and restaurants, and we used to hang out here. And at one time, Armed Forces Day Parade was done on Wheaton Way.
Wow.
And so I was concerned with East Bremerton, District 2, getting to the point where we're getting a lot of empty buildings and all the revitalization happening in downtown. I wanted to see some revitalization in this area. So
Sure.
My passion was to try to get it back to not as close to what I was as a kid, but at least something that represents the neighborhood's kids and families.
Absolutely. And what are your impressions now of having been on the council for a few terms?
Government is a slow-moving process. Baby steps are good things.
Yeah.
It took me, I'm in the middle of my third term, and we're just seeing some growth on the Wheaton Way corridor, and so that's a plus, but it's been 3 terms to get me to this point. So
Sure.
So it's been a fun ride. I'm not done yet. There's still a lot more to do.
And what kind of things are you up to right now? What projects are you focusing on personally and with the council as a whole?
Definitely keeping the revitalization. We're bringing in some new businesses, but the other concern is our Harrison Hospital area is moving out. I don't want that to become a vacant piece of property as well. So that's still a main focus, is revitalizing District 2. Some of the other projects that I've worked on already and has been approved. We recently put an ordinance regarding puppy mills, so that any business that sells puppies, the animals must have the proper identification and paperwork.
Sure.
Another one that's in the works is looking at a plastic bag ordinance. So we're looking at that. We're looking at body cameras for our police department. That's still one that we're working on, and so those are a few of them that are in the works.
Definitely keeping you busy.
Definitely.
So what's coming up of interest within District 2?
Well, Wilco just opened up, so that's exciting. So we don't have an empty Lowe's. We also have Kmart is going to be a storage unit with some businesses, so that's exciting. So that parking lot's not going to be empty anymore. We have some apartments being built right behind the Lowe's, and then we have Kitsap Transit that's going to do a transfer station near Arby's. So we have some progress moving forward, so it's exciting things to see here.
Those are exciting things to
Yes.
see. Like you said, that revitalization is so important.
Oh, yes, and Bremerton is more than just, and that's the one thing I want to also focus, is Bremerton is more than just the downtown area.
Yeah.
And this area is another area that's part of Bremerton that people forget, so.
Absolutely. That means lots of room for moving on up, right?
There's so much room for growth. I mean, they keep talking at apartments and housing. I think we've got some property out here that there's growth for. Definitely, if anyone was to drive District 2, it's definitely a lot of families and kids and neighborhoods. So, and we have a library here, so we have some great things in this area.
Absolutely. So tell me a little bit about you.
So, well, I currently work at Mountain View Middle School by day, and yay, today was the last day for school, so I'm excited. And then my other job is City Council for the City of Bremerton. I'm looking at City of Bremerton in ways that we can redevelop District 2, but I'm also working with our Filipino and Asian community in our area, trying to reach out to them, to bring out more leaders, to reach out to them to see if anyone's willing to step up and be an elected official. We have a big Filipino community in Kitsap County, in Bremerton, and just to recognize them as individuals as well and try to push them forward in some leadership roles.
Absolutely.
So I've got a few things going on.
And on that note, tell me a little bit about where we are today, because this is a place of significance.
Yes, this is of course this is in District 2. This is Bataan Park.
Yep.
This park was made dedicated by some families to recognize Bataan. It was the march, when the Japanese invaded the Philippines. It was the march that the Japanese had the prisoners, the Filipino and American prisoners march from one point to the other where many died. And this park is a remembrance yearly in April that we recognize that memorial, that event, to not forget. It's a time in history that's not in our history books. So it's a time that's really important to recognize.
Absolutely.
It's kind of like the Holocaust. You don't read it in the history books. And this particular event you don't read it in the history book. So it's neat that we recognize it in the city of Bremerton yearly, again in April. So this park also had a community service project with Habitat joining forces with the Filipino community and veterans, where they put the new shed in the area because it's used yearly. So it's nice to have the shed in April when we have our slightly rain season.
Definitely. It is Washington after all.
Yes, definitely.
So I think I've said this to all of the council members that we have interviewed so far. You're so busy. What do you do with your personal time, if any? Do you have any?
There is. We have to have I feel that we have to have a personal life because it's a strenuous job. And I particularly love attending some Filipino events that we have in the area. In District 2, we have a Filipino American group that meets regularly in Bremerton and is located in District 2, so they have monthly events.
Nice.
But some of the things that I do off the time is I love playing soccer, so I play indoor soccer up there on Pendergast Park, which is one of our city parks.
Yeah.
I actively play there. I play in a few women's and a few co-ed teams, so that's a good stress reliever.
Oh, fun.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely a good stress reliever from my day job with middle school students to my night job with the city. So.
Oh, for sure. Good for
Yeah,
you.
so it's fun. It's fun, definitely.
So tell me, you've grown up here in this area. Bremerton is obviously near and dear to your heart. So what is it about Bremerton? What are some of your favorite things about the city?
I love that Bremerton is an hour away from the big city, Seattle. It's an hour away from the mountains if we wanted to go to the mountains. An hour away from the ocean or so. That it's quaint and it's livable. It's not so fast-paced like our big cities around us. And I grew up here. I'm a born and raised Bremerton person, and left here for a while, decided I needed to come back here. My family lives here. So it's home. It's a place that I know and recognize, and this, like I said, this is my stomping grounds. I graduated at Central Kitsap, so
Yeah.
and I was one of the young teenagers when downtown Bremerton was a moving hub, and we used to do the cruise downtown Bremerton. Roxy and Admiral were the movie theaters we would watch movies. So it's my hometown, and my family's here, and it's a great place to be. So
I really love that. I love that you have such deep roots here.
yes, it's a great city, and I can't say more about our city. So
Well, this is your platform. Is there anything that you'd like to say to the city of Bremerton?
I would love to. So welcome to District 2. District 2 is the other side of Warren Avenue Bridge up to Riddell, and a lot of people don't recognize this part of Bremerton. We have some new things going on here. We've got, like I said, Wilco. We've got Henry's Hardware. We've got, I haven't really checked, but I think we got the most restaurants in District 2 in any part of our city, because District 2 goes up to Harrison Hospital, up to little parts before the bowling alley down there on Lower Wheat Way, and then all the way up to Riddell. So all the restaurants from Riddell to the hospital, I think I'm going to do an actual inventory, but we've got the most restaurants. You know, we've got the main library, we've got a few neat parks in our area. So I mean, District 2 and Bremerton is a great place to be. It's a lot of family-oriented families, military town, and a big pride to our military families. So I don't know what else to say, but it's a great place to be. So come to District 2 and stop by and visit us and see what's going on.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Councilwoman, for joining me today. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
We're grateful for the opportunity to get to know you a little bit better.
Definitely. Thank you so much for having me.